you can't play the game forever. I played 15 years, but to actually have NBA 2K keep my legacy and you know, be a part of something that kids that never seen me play the game of basketball get to experience, like, you know, who is this guy that plays for the Rockets? Who is this guy that plays for the Magic? You know, and then to take what I do in the video game and then actually go and watch my highlights to see what type of player I was, I think it's pretty cool that, you know, we get to live forever in that sense. And
well, Grant, we've seen the NBA evolve quite a bit since your playing days. How do you think you'd be used in today's game versus when you played?
Well, BA, with the spacing in today's game and my ability to slash to the rim, I think I would still be able to get to the basket, dominate in the mid-range, but I'd be shooting way more threes, and I would see more minutes playing as a small ball power forward as well.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. We've got Herb Jones, Brandon Ingram out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Larry Nance, and it's Williamson in at the 5. Oh, got that one up quick.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Jones. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it. Another shot. And the layup is good by Williamson.
You just love it when you can pick up those extra possessions, and Zion's the guy you want doing that.
And the Pistons call time here.
Yeah, bottom line for this Pelican squad.
What y'all calling timeout for?
Defensive end. They may have to get more 3-and-D type of guys on this roster.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. MP against McCollum from deep. MP. Jones grabs the board. All right, so about the Pelicans, what has been holding them back?
Well, BA, it's definitely not the offense, especially with a healthy Zion. If they can find a way to have greater consistency on the defensive end, then they can take a big step as a franchise.
Here's Williamson. Rebound Detroit. Here's MP. Rebounded by Ingram. For New Orleans, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. McCollum outside. Pass to Ingram from outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. From deep, MP. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And that's a nice pass from Bay, willing to do whatever he can to help his team.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Jones. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Detroit has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. MP with it. He's picked up by Jones. MP, the pass to Bay. And here's MP from outside. And the Pistons, another 3.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Outside Jones. Pass to Ingram. Back to Jones. Down low. Williamson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, good luck trying to stop Zion there. He's so determined to score. When the defense gets physical with him, he comes right back at him. My favorite part of Zion's game is just how efficient this guy is when he's healthy. And this guy shot 61%. He's always attacking the paint, and there's just no one like him in the league.
Now here's McCollum. He picked up 10 in his last game. Outside Ingram. Shoots over Duran. And Cunningham pulls it down. Well, with Zion, during that 2020-21 season, he was super effective over a long stretch, Brent.
BA, such a tease. Zion with over 20 points, and better than 50% field goal shooting from the field for 25 straight games. Now, that is hard to do. The only other guy to do that, one Shaquille O'Neal, which makes some sense because Zion, man, he can dominate in the inside like the Shaq Diesel.
And Detroit has possession. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. Cunningham finds Bagley. MP with it. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. MP's got 14 points.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Timeout called. The Pelicans. And the Pelicans going with a whole new group out there. Here's Hayes. Looking at his numbers. Currently, he's averaging around 9 points a game. 1:49 left to play in the first. And it's Alvarado missing.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Counted.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
The Pelicans have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Pass to Alvarado. To the left side wing. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Back to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
When he was in the G League, Daniels proved he was an effective passer, so we know he can spot an open man for sure.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. He's got 17.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Fades.
Right now they're losing ground. I mean, they might need to switch things up a bit. Maybe hit the offensive boards a little harder.
MP outside. 4-3. They get it again. And finished off by Stewart.
And there is no quit in what Isaiah Stewart will do on the glass.
Pass to Murphy. Here's Alvarado. Covered by MP. A little mid-range shot is up. And it's Alvarado missing.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. $20 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, New Orleans, no good. Outside Burks from deep, MP.
And at the buzzer, counted. Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly how you want to close out the quarter, too, with some confidence.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in control with a 16. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Bay, the small forward, with Bagley holding down the 4. MP is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit starting the second.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He ended up with 58 points and also did a lot of damage from long. His stat line was unreal. Impossible to repeat? I don't know. Coming off of that performance, you tell me. Guys?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter.
Well, the one thing about Larry Nance Jr. that stands out to me is that he's willing to do anything at that big position. He'll play 5, he'll play 4, and he's comfortable starting or coming off the bench. Coaches love guys who will just accept the role that they're given.
And for the Pelicans, they're shooting about 47%. A nice number. It's stolen by MP. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on C.J. McCollum.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
You know, Brent, what I love about Nance Jr. is that he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he holds the team together, B.A., as well. So you plug him in, he's going to move the ball, he'll do the dirty work. And that's the kind of thing that just brings a team together. Every minute he's out there, he's trying to contribute to winning.
Ingram. Rebound Detroit. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. That game will be the 3rd of 5 at home. Pass to Bay. From deep, MP. Offensive board. And that one is hammered home.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside Ingram. Here's Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchise. Last game.
One thing we saw.
And so it's Detroit continuing to pile it on. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. They've got C.J. McCollum. Larry Nance is out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Jones in at the small forward. And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Ingram against Cunningham. The shot by Ingram, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just crank it.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
McCollum finds Nance. Here's Williamson. Oh, Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Good D by MP.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Inside. Oh, and the dunk. By MP.
Yeah, usually Duran is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run. And in Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duran, the Pistons taking arguably the 2 best athletes in the 22 draft. The youth movement is on, and Detroit. Is definitely fun to watch.
Now here's McCollum. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. Over MP. McCollum's shot is off.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Bay passes to Cunningham. Here's Duran. Covered by Williamson. Pass to Duran. Back to MP. No good that time. And it's New Orleans taking it the other way. They'll take on the Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse after this one. And that'll mark the end of this 5-game road trip. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the three because you can't make enough twos to win. It's tough to defend the three, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you. New Orleans calls timeout. Hayes is checked in for New Orleans. For New Orleans, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Outside Jones. Back to McCollum. Pass to Ingram. Takes a 13-footer. Here's Nance. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
A good job rebounding there. Nance Jr.'s combination of size. And speed, and of course that athleticism, all helping out.
And you have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Just flat out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
Outside Ingram. Outside Jones. McCollum right side. 6 to shoot. That one falls. McCollum's got his 3rd bucket of the night. So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, Bia, it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they can become a unit with playoff potential.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Murphy, he's checked in for New Orleans. Alvarado comes in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Alvarado, averaging around 6 a game. Pass to Murphy. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Here's Jones. Rebounded by the Pistons.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Back to MP. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 43 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Ingram, the pass to Jones. Here's Murphy. Back to Jones. The 3-ball. Sends it home from 3-point land.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
First free throw is good. Noel, he's checked in for Stewart. And a change for the Pelicans. Marshall's checked in. Both good from the line that time. For Detroit, they've gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. MP shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And again, New Orleans, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Pass to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. Offline with a 3. Detroit has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Here's MP. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Ingram. To the paint. Here's Alvarado. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And he drops them. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess, but really Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Bay, the small forward, with Bagley holding down the 4. Cunningham is out there with MP. And it's Duran in at center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Oh, another one falls. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Outside Ingram. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Just love it when BI gets up like that and just stretches out for 2.
For Detroit, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. MP outside. To the middle. It's stolen by Nance. It's a one-on-one situation. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the defense coming at Zion shot hard right there, but he's smart, and he plays into it, getting the personal.
Williamson hits them both.
And few players are as electric as Zion. The speed and power he plays with, something you see once every few decades.
Now here's Cunningham. From deep, MP. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists now in this one.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Here's Jones. And that one's good. And the blend of speed and power, as you said, Grant, Zion is unmatched.
He's a rhino with a jetpack. And on defense, when you see him coming in the open floor, you don't want to get in his way. The explosiveness in the paint is really what makes him so efficient. The officials were right on top of that one.
And the play-in tournament has been a success. But some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Grant, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, BA, first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And, yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players.
The Pistons shooting 55% since the start of the fourth.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Pistons.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for MP.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
A good look from MP. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Marshall. And the three off target.
It's tough to get open in this league. And when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Diallo left side. Here's Stewart. And the shot goes down.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort, and they were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
I love that. All right, so, you scored 13 points in 35 seconds. Now, if you had to take one player that's currently in the NBA and have them do the same feat in NBA 2K, who would you choose and why?
I love KD. I love to watch KD.
He's my favorite player.
Yeah, KD's a bad boy. So, I mean, he comes to mind because
Now I'm gonna wait on this. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Peace.